Repair the broken heart sludge. Fix it or leave it. This place don't cheat it. Rusty Wrench Garage.
Hey, this is Doug from Rusty Wrench Garage. See, we got the motor all put back together in the last video. So for this video, we're going to go ahead and do a compression test again, just to see how everything comes out. So we're going to get it ready for that. First, we're going to have to do something about the oil, because when we go to crank this over, the oil's going to want to shoot out from where we had our oil pressure gauge. So let's get that kind of rerouted. What I'm going to do is I went and bought a cheap plastic oil pressure line. You don't want to run these in your cars, guys. These things will cause you more trouble than a highway patrol. So we run the metal, but for this purpose, this is what we're going to use, because what we're going to do is we're just going to snip this in there and we'll pop this off and we'll stick the other end in here, so it just pumps the oil right back in there, and that'll keep us from having a big mess all over the floor. So let's get that put in. We're going to hook a battery up over here, and we don't have no plugs in it. Then we're going to have to pull the distributor and prime the oil pump, and then we can get started. So I hooked the cable up to the starter, and I got my battery charger because I couldn't find any cables. We're going to try it that way. I got it hooked up to positive, got the ground on the starter, so that should be good. So let's get this figured up here. Put the cap on here, put the little ferrule nut on there, and we're just going to hook it into where our oil pressure gauge goes. That should keep us from having a problem there. And I've already got oil in it. I've got the filter. We can cut that line some. Let's get something, cut that line a little bit. It really don't need to be that long. We just want to run it up into that valve cover, so shoots the oil in there. Keep it off of everything. Okay, there's that. And then this. Heck, we'll just throw it away. Alright, where are we at next? I'm going to let's pull the distributor. This is where you're going to pump it up. Get some oil pressure all flowing through everything. So just get the pump oil, the distributor out of there. Here's what we got. We got a homemade primer tool. I just took an old GM distributor, knocked the gear off of it, you know, that ran the cam, kind of stripped it out, welded me a socket to the shaft. You can just shove this right down inside there and get it. Well, we got it right in there. Turn this, and when it clicks into that pump, it'll drop down. See, you'll feel it right there. We're going to try, let's see if we can get it to pump with a cordless drill. And we'll know when it's pumping oil because we'll see it coming out of that tube there. All right, you ready? It's not doing real well, but you can see it's brought oil up to this. We're going to hit her a few more times here. My battery is just not wanting to hang in there. try a different grill. Look, she got some pressure. Let's try this other one. If the DeWalt don't work, we'll try the Craftsman. See if it's got a little bit more. Oh yeah. She's pumped up. So, let me get a rag, because when we pull that out, it might have a little oil on it. But yeah, no need to buy a fancy tool if you got an old distributor. Like I said, just gut it out, pull the gear off of it, weld you a socket, you're good to go. Alright, now we're ready to see what's going to happen. Let me get a pencil, paper. Paper is always hard to find around here. I've got a marker, so let's just whack this off a piece of this cardboard here. And we can write on that. Okay. Now, what else do we need to do? Okay, if you're doing this in the car, you want to get air to it. So just take your carburetor, your throttle blades, open it up full throttle, stick a screwdriver or something in there, don't let it drop all the way down, or tie it open, just so you can get air in there. We don't have a carburetor on it. I've got this cardboard cover covering the intake, so we're just going to open that up so we get plenty of air down inside there. And we'll be ready to do a compression test. Here, we'll just slide that. That'll work. Okay, let me clean up a little bit of an oil mess we made over here. Now, we're going to want to stick a distributor back in there, because as we're cranking this, it's not going to pump any oil, because here's a spare distributor, because you got your gear here, and that gear, the cam spins that gear in turn, and the end it's got a slot, and that'll spin your oil pump. So if you don't have that in there, you'll be cranking on this thing, and it's not gonna be moving any oil. Well, I just dropped right in there. Let's go ahead and put the tie down on it, just finger tight, because I don't think the distributor will try to lift out of there, but it could. So we'll just finger tight that in there so that distributor can't lift its way out. That'll work. All right, now let's get ready. So remember, on a Chevy, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can write our pressures there and see. Come back here. See how we come out. If you remember, I had 2 of them that was low. So we've pulled it apart, checked everything. Everything looked good. Bearings, pistons, all look good. Not a lot of wear. So, because we really didn't have a lot of runs on it anyhow, and we fixed all the thread holes for the head bolts. Remember, we put time certs in them. If you watch that video, lap the valves in, flip the heads over. I poured water in all the combustion chambers of the heads, let them set for about 15-30 minutes. Nothing leaked down. We looked down in the holes. They were all sealing good, so we've put her all back together. We're going to see if those 2 cylinders, if the pressure come back up. Now, I wish I could remember. I think it was 6 and 7 that was low. So we're going to see where they're at now. Again, for number 1. Okay, I've got 1. Let's see, that'd be 180, 85, 90, 95. No, how's that working here? 1. So we got 180, 185, 190. Okay, on number 1. Sorry about that, guys. Man, I had to really give it some thought. So we got 190 on number 1. Okay. Now let's go to, let the arrow, let's go to number 3. Since we're on this side, let's just go that route. I think that's about where it was before, I think. Well, man, I have a hard time getting this started in there. Okay. This will be number 3. Oh yeah, I'm hitting my head here. Okay, a little bit. That'll be good. Plug that back in. Let's crank her again. 190 again. Okay. So far so good. Let's try number 5. I'm hoping we don't get a big drop off. That would kind of bum me out. I may lose my O-ring there. I think that might have been part of the problem a minute ago. Well, get that thing started. Okay. Might have over tightened it in the head too. Might be what pushed that rubber thing away. I just want to make sure I don't have no leak this time. Okay, this is going to be number 5. Nope, see I'm leaking. I'm leaking again. I think we're losing that rubber O-ring that goes on there. This is kind of an old tool. I've had it for quite a while. Let's see if that helped it. No. Okay, we're going to have to find another O-ring for this thing. It's just not wanting to seal in there. Let's try her again. Maybe tighten it a little more. I don't know. Let's I could try. All right. One more time. Okay, it held that time. 180, 185, 190. Man, this is kind of exciting me. Okay, number 7 is the one that I think we had a question about before. I had one on this side and one on the other that was, I mean, they weren't real low, but I kind of felt like they could have been up a little bit. Well, come on out of here. That's part of my rubber O-ring. So we're gonna have to find another O-ring, or we'll be fighting this thing. Let me find one. Okay. I found one. I got one that's a little bigger, one that's a little smaller. We're gonna try this one and see what happens. Boy, I sure don't want to get it stuck inside the cylinder, you know. Okay, let's see what we get on number 7. Okay, all the way there. 190 again. So, man, we are really, well, what do I do with my pen that I was writing with? Lost it. It's probably down in the motor somewhere. What do you think I done with that? Did y'all see where I put it? Oh, it fell down inside the intake here. Okay. All right, so we got a 190 there too. So far, 190, 190, 190, 190. Man, you couldn't ask for it's better than that. Let's hope we get the same luck out of this side here. So let's go to number 2. And that O-ring worked. Okay. So now I'm kind of questioning it. Well, I mean, maybe we was having O-ring trouble the first time we did it, but I don't understand why it would just have 2 of them that was low. Okay, let's try number 2. See what we get. Okay, hang on, we lost our ground. Let's get back on there. And there we go again. Okay, we are not looking good here, guys. We got 150, 55, 60, 65. That's not making me happy. Let's go to another one. See what we get. Not happy. Okay, let's try number 4. And we're going to come back to that other one. Well, could be that I had the carburetor covered up. Dadgummit. Y'all didn't tell me. I laid that board over there. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, I'm losing my ground here. Let's find where else could I get this grounded at where it's going to stay. I mean, it was staying before. Stay. Okay, here we are. We got 85, 190. Okay, 190. That was on 4, right? There we go back to number 2. Let's save it for last, just because because what happened? I But I bet if I had that intake covered up with the carburetor, with the cardboard. Okay, we're going to 6. Okay, the dog must see something out there. All right, number 6. Okay, well, we got sidetracked there because my daughter came over, so I'm not getting some good readings here, so we're going back to number 2 and see what we get there. Remember, that was 150. Okay, that came up some. Now I'm at 180. I'm gonna try that one more time. So it gets a little more. Okay. Okay, 185. Well, what happens if we go again? A little more. Let me get my glasses. It looks like it might have came up a hair. Okay, we're at 185. Well, okay, let's just put that on there. 185, which means not bad, not bad. Okay. Now let's go to, we did 4. It was at 190. So I did 6 while y'all wasn't watching, and man, she was low. So let's try it again. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that I didn't have a good seal. All right, so here goes 6. Okay, I'm only coming out at 55, 155. I don't know about that. Let's see what we get out of 8. Make sure our rubber gasket's still hanging in there. And let's try cylinder number 8. See where we. So I think 6 was down before. Well, I can't get my wrench on there. Okay, number 8. Okay, we got 185. Yep, 185. Okay. 185. Boy. I mean, not bad right now. If 6 will come up. If not, it's going to be a depressing day. Huh? Okay, let's check our gasket. I didn't protect everything. I didn't pull the pistons, so. But there wasn't no damage, anything damaged in the pan, like pieces of rings or any of that stuff. So, well, if I can get on it. All right, here we go. One last time. Number 6. Come on, baby. Well, 165. Let's let me make sure. Go again. 50, 55, 60. Well, let's write her down. We got a low one. Got a low one. Let me. Okay, here's what we got. At number 6, it's down compared to the rest. I know there's some kind of mathematical percentages there. I'd still like to see that up. We're going to have to go figure that and see where we're going from there. But anyhow, that's how you prime your motor and do a compression test. I sure wish that number 6 would have came up. But we're going to think on it and mess around a little bit and see where we go. Somebody burning something out there? I smell something. It's not my motor. All right, well, till we get something figured out, this is Doug with Rusted Wrench Garage. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe.